Berry Street.
Berry Street is a not-for-profit organisation that provides care for vulnerable children, families and young people. So at Berry Street we have about 1,400 staff.
We have lots of challenging behaviours that our staff work with from time to time. There's lots of OVA and vicarious trauma, which I think would be the two biggest risks, especially in our front-facing work in residential care.
We had such a massive problem of workplace injuries. We just didn't know what to do with people. I think everyone had just felt overwhelmed with the problem. We decided a bit of structure goes a long way. We've built the program from there. It's been hugely successful. We have an incident reporting system, so when something happens in the workplace, our injury management consultants will triage every incident. They'll make contact with our staff member and they'll make decisions about what sort of support they need. So that can range from psychological support, so we've partnered with FBG under our critical incident recovery model, and we make sure that staff are given psychological support within about 24 to 48 hours of an incident. Sometimes we will offer our staff member a day or two of discretionary leave so they can get some natural recovery. We know that after traumatic events, people just need some time away from the workplace just to give themselves a bit of time to rest.
I don't even think that I requested to have time off. They were like, you need to rest, you need to get everything in line to make sure you're okay. From day dot, I was just supported all the way through, even before the work cover came into it.
It does need to be individualised. It's one of the things that Berry Street do really, really well is that they don't apply a cookie cutter approach to any of their claims. So whenever an injury comes through, it's shaped by the person that brings that injury through and what they went through as well.
Higher management, supervisor, team leaders, everybody checking in. I can't think of one step in the process where Berry Street weren't there. And I remember my mum saying to me but how well supported I was. I remember she made note of saying to me, you're very, very looked after. I worked in supporting case management and now I'm full-time in admin, which is wonderful.
We know it's working because our premium is coming down. We're seeing a reduction in the number of claims year on year. We know through our staff survey that staff are feeling really supported through the program. We're always looking for ways to improve because our staff come in and do very challenging work, and I think we owe them the opportunity to recover.
Kmart.
Kmart is a retail store. We've got over 320 outlets across Australia and New Zealand. We've got 44,000 team members, so we actually feel we have a huge responsibility to the communities that we work in to provide excellence in injury management. It's really important for us, and to know that our team members do feel valued. So if an incident happens in store, we've got first aiders trained on site who will respond as soon as possible and obviously escalate to 000 if required. We also have return to work coordinators based at every site. We've got a great network of nurse on-call services who can assist with immediate triage 24/7. And then we've got a network of doctors and physios that can help with that kind of immediate recovery. Our early intervention team, which is based in our national office in Mulgrave, they're helping from the get-go. So they're on the phone to the store, to the team member and to the doctor within the first hour of an incident occurring as best as possible.
I did have a team member, unfortunately, who did have a right shoulder injury. We log an incident report so that everyone's notified of the injury. We contact the early intervention advisors for initial advice, and they can recommend suitable duties. And the most important thing is that we really want to make sure they're still at work because we know that's the best outcome for them. Have an injury care program. And just 24/7, sites can utilise so they can get the right advice to see if self-management is applicable or if they need to seek further medical treatment.
I had an injury end of last year, lifting heavy clothing to put on our racks. Support's been fantastic. Jordan would call me, if not every week, every second week. And he used to come in to do store visits as well to see how I was progressing. The support to actually see how you're progressing to get you back to work, I think is really important. I was glad to get back to full-time and seeing everybody and just being part of a team again. I think that was what I was lacking and missing the most, is being part of our team, basically.
One of the values that Kmart has as a business is take care, and so the health and safety team decided to latch onto that specifically and I guess morph it into our own kind of guiding principles that help us with day-to-day decision making, and that's where we came up with the slogan of CARE. It stands for compassion, being attentive, rehabilitation and empowering as well. We reflect on those 4 particular words that help guide our day-to-day and what we need to be doing to help out stores and injured team members with their recoveries.
We're going to say, hey, someone's been hurt and we need to help them. And that ultimately has, I think, impacted a lot of lives really positively, and I dare say it's stopped injuries from occurring because we're all taking that human-led preventative approach before an incident even happens.